everybody, what's up? It's Plant-Based Nicole Rashae. I'm your host, Nicole Rashae, also known as Plant-Based Nicole Rashae. Today is January 21st, and I have another special treat for you, as always. I have Lawrence Richardson, and I am excited to interview him today. Lawrence healed type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and he lost 62 pounds. I cannot wait to dig in and find out more about his story. So without further ado, let's welcome Lawrence Richardson. Thank you so much, Lawrence, for coming on Plant-Based with Nicole. I am so honored to have you here today. It's been so wonderful watching your content and just like being inspired because I've gained some weight and I'm feeling chunky, and watching your videos is helping me get it back in order. Like, you know, get it back on track and just get it together because your girl's feeling a little chunky right now. But anyway, so thank you so much. So first, I want to just get into it. So first, I know you're high raw. Are you a vegan? I want to get the wording right. Are you a vegan or are you plant-based? Meaning, like, are you doing for the animals, or is it more for health and diet, health and, you know, just wellness?
Sure. So actually, I'm doing it for both. Initially, it was just for my health, but after being in this lifestyle for a while and being exposed and educated to the abuse of the animals, I'm for both of them now.
Okay, so you are a vegan.
Correct.
Okay, so you are a high raw vegan. So talk to me about how long have you been eating a high raw vegan diet, and what was your diet like before? Were you a vegan first and then you went into that, or did you go straight from the SAD diet, as they call it, straight from SAD to high raw? Like, walk us through the journey.
Absolutely. So I've been plant-based now for 15 months. Before that, for 40 years, I was eating a sad American diet, eating anything and everything from fast food to buffets to things out of the snack machine. It was pretty wild. But what kind of led up to that was, I guess most of my life I've been overweight, had health issues. So I've suffered from like type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. And so around the age of 30, my doctor was like, look, your cholesterols and your blood sugars and your diabetes is out of control. You should do something about it. So at the age of 30, I was like, okay, let me do some research. So I was inspired by a YouTube video I saw about juice fasting. And so I decided I was going to do a 60-day juice fast. And I actually did it for 55 days. I lost 50 pounds and I felt amazing. And so it was kind of funny. I work as an engineer. So I walked up to one of my engineers one day. He looked around at me and said, man, are you sick? Like, how did I lose so much weight in such a short period of time? But yeah, the juice fast was amazing. And after that, I ate raw fruits and vegetables for about a year after that. And I also felt great on that. But fast forward a little bit, I had some friends that are into bodybuilding. I decided, you know what, I've worked out kind of like most of my life, haven't taken nutrition seriously, but let me start working out. So I got with a coach and I started eating meat, unfortunately. So for 4 years, I would compete in bodybuilding competitions. It'll take me about 9 months to prepare for it. And then after that, basically I would, after my competitions, go out with my friends and I would eat pizza, hot dogs, burgers, or whatever. And I would balloon up. And so I would go.
You would just start binging because you were eating a certain way so long.
Exactly. Yeah, it was very restrictive. But the hard part was dealing with all the weight gain and the water retention after my bodybuilding shows. So I go from looking like an action figure to, in my mind, looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And so it was tough. It was even tough to the point where I would change gym memberships because I didn't think people would recognize me, or they'd be like, that was a guy who was seriously dedicated. So yeah, it messed me up mentally. So for 4 years, I battled with that, getting in great shape, but then also because of the restrictive diet, I go back to eating junk food. So fast forward just a little bit, at the age of 40, I was at a doctor's appointment, and the doctor said, look, your diabetes, your high blood pressure, your cholesterol, they're way out of control. And at this point, I'm 40 years old. I knew 50 and 60 was essentially kind of right around the door. I know that your health doesn't get any better unless you're intentional about it and you're doing something about it. Her recommendation was to go plant-based. And so I tried that in the past. I was kind of aware of it, but now I kind of had a serious why. You know, I have 2 kids, Charlotte and Rose. They're both 4 and 2 years old. And I knew that they needed me. My family needs me. I'm the provider of the household. And I also wanted to be around for a long time to take care of them. So I knew before I left the appointment that day that I would come home, I'd get serious, I'd do my research, I'd figure out what I needed to do to implement in order to get healthy. So as soon as I got home, I started looking up Dr. Sebi kind of things. He has a big influence on me. Looked up the alkaline plant-based diet, and I started implementing what I researched into my everyday life. And so I was eating basically 5 meals a day, smaller meals, all plant-based. Over the period of about 3 months, I lost a lot of weight. My blood sugars from the diabetes was getting under control. And then after about 9 months, I basically reversed my diabetes, lowered my cholesterol, my high blood pressure, and I was able to get off all 3 medications that I was taking. And so now I've been in the lifestyle for 15 months. I'm still thriving. I'm down about 62 pounds. And my passion now is to help other people basically develop the structure and the information in order to transform their life as well. So it's been a fun journey.
That is an amazing story. I love that. So you were doing plant-based for a minute by the juicing and the fruits and vegetables, but then you went back, and then you're like, you had to come back to the other side. So that's been 15 months consistent with the
Yes.
plant. Okay.
15 consecutive months of being consistent.
Good for you. Congratulations. Wow. Okay. So that 50 pounds you lost from the juice fast, you ended up gaining all that back, and then you lost 50 again.
Yes, I gained that 50 pounds and some, because I didn't just go from, I guess the time when I started, I was around 300 pounds down to like 250. When I basically, after the bodybuilding and all that, I went up past 300 pounds. But yes, when I started 15 months ago, I was about 300 pounds. And as of to date, I'm about 338 pounds or so.
Wow.
Sorry, 230. Yeah.
I was like, wait, hold on. Okay, 200. Good for you. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
That's major.
Yeah.
I lose 13 for like 5 years. No. Nah, but congratulations. That's awesome. I love the story of this. You know, you tried this, then you went this way, you went left, and then you were like, this ain't it. You know, then you came back to your roots. No. So, okay. And then this 15 months, you've been focusing on like high raw. So you eat lots of raw, but you still eat cooked foods too.
Exactly. Yep. So
that's me too. Like, I feel like it's a perfect balance for me. It's something I could stick to long term. Now, sometimes I might do a fully raw cleanse, or sometimes I'll do like all fruit for a day or two, just because if I'm eating too much sodium, I just feel like doing that. But overall, you know, I eat a lot of raw, and I find that that's just something I could stick to consistently. But anyway, go ahead. Talk to me about your high raw diet. Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. So initially when I jumped into it, I was eating, like, my first couple of meals of the day would be like fruit smoothies. So I eat like a strawberry, blueberry smoothie with organic plant-based protein in it. And then my next like 2 or 3 meals would be like a whole bunch of kale with like curry chickpeas or lentils with onions and mushrooms and peppers. Just a huge salad, more or less. I did that basically for 13 months or so. And then after I did that, basically I wanted to level up my commitment to health. So I decided to do a 30-day fruit fast.
And that's when I think I started seeing you around, I think.
Exactly. So yeah, I was basically around 250 pounds when I started the fruit fast, but actually, full transparency, I gained a little weight just because I got a little comfortable, and I thrive well on challenges. So I decided to do a 30-day challenge within my group, and I lost 25 pounds in 30 days from just eating fruit consecutively. It was just eating fruit in abundance. You know, as much as I needed, that's how much I would eat. And so I used to jokingly tell people I would eat, 12 mandarin oranges for breakfast, or I would eat 4 apples after that, or just abundance of fruit. And I felt my best when I ate more of it. Fast forward from that, now I'm doing a 90-day challenge called Raising Your Standards. And I'm doing this in my private community, where basically we're identifying our why. Next, we're also determining what kind of workouts and exercises are realistic, because everybody's capabilities are different. The next thing we want to focus within raising our standards is, what do I want to accomplish in these 90 days? From day one, I'm at this point, on day 90, what are my expectations for myself? Is it weight loss? Is it to gain sustainable habits in this lifestyle, to do it for a lifetime? And so that's why I call it raising my standards, because you're taking all these culmination of things and really implementing not only nutrition, but fitness in your daily life in order to level up your health and your commitment to this lifestyle. And as of today, I'm on day 17 of it, and I'm feeling really good. So I think there's maybe about 73 more days or so left in this challenge. And I've actually decided to only do fruit for the next 73 days, just
What?
to really, yeah. I want to raise my vibrations up to this lifestyle, raise my standards as the challenge says, and just really level up my commitment to health, because your health is your wealth. And I know it's a bold statement and it's a challenge to myself, but I know I'm capable of doing it.
Yes, you are. You did 30. So you
Exactly.
another, you could double it. I believe it.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I want to remind me that I'm going to come back to the 90-day
Mhm.
and remind me, because I'm perimenopausal. So my memory is just, I might forget. But anyway, I want to go back to the 30-day. Well, first, before you went on the 30-day fruit fast, when you first went back to plant-basedism 15 months ago, what
Mhm.
were the immediate, you talked about the healing, any other benefits? Oh, weight loss.
Yeah. Weight
Like
loss.
those are your benefits, the healing, which was major, and then
Mhm.
weight loss. Did you have detox when you first went plant-based from eating meat again?
I actually didn't. For whatever reason, I know a lot of people do get detox symptoms and stuff, but for me, I didn't. I just really implemented it from day one, and I didn't have any issues as far as feeling weak, fatigue, have any cold symptoms or anything like that. So I was blessed to not have that.
Yeah, that's a really blessing. Okay, but how about when you went to eating all fruit for 30 days? Detox.
No, and I didn't have any detox for that. And I attribute it to I was eating very clean up until that point, right? So I wasn't eating any vegan junk food. I was eating straight whole food, plant-based foods, things you just get in the produce section, all very clean, no oils, no salts, and no sugar. So I went right into the fruit fast seamlessly.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So did you have any extra benefits in the fruit fast, or you did,
Hmm,
or it's
great question.
just maintain what you already had done?
I think the benefits were just the weight loss. I felt like I had maybe a little bit more energy versus the high raw going straight raw, because some days on the high raw I would eat maybe a little bit more cooked food than maybe raw food on some days. Not that I didn't feel like I had energy or I felt any different per se, but I felt like I felt a lot lighter and just a little bit more efficient eating fully raw.
Amazing. So now you're doing 90-day, remind me the name again.
Yep, raising your standards.
Raising your standards. So what made you decide, because you were just going to be doing fully raw, right? For 90 days?
Mhm.
Fully,
Correct.
and you've been doing good. I like how you document what you're eating on a daily basis. For everyone else who doesn't follow you yet, tell us what you've been eating for the fully raw, and then why did you decide to just do all fruit? Because you're raising your standards. But
Correct.
you
Yeah,
already
so
question.
great question. So on the fully raw, I'm eating primarily fruit during the day. It's just really in abundance. I like mandarins. I like frozen cherries. I like a lot of berries, apples and stuff. And then in the evening, around between like 4 and 6 p.m., I'm just eating a generous salad. A lot of kale, a lot of onions, a lot of peppers, a lot of mushrooms, and avocado. And I usually eat that pretty much every day. The fruit might change a little bit, but the salad pretty much remains the same. Um, and then I just decided to do all fruit as of maybe about 3 days ago, just because, like I said, I see the benefits to it. And I notice the difference in my energy and clarity of mind, and it raises my confidence. And I know it's going to be a huge investment to my future self. I know when I'm 50 or 60 or 70, like I said, we don't get better, we get older. And so this is really going to help me maintain my health. And in doing this in conjunction with exercise, it's also going to help me physically to be more functional as I get older as well. So I know that's very important as we get older, to keep the nutrition high and keep our body always moving and active, because this is investment in my future self.
So as of right now, you're doing all fruit.
All fruit, yes.
Wow. And 73 more days.
73 more days.
Hey, now don't be getting all skinny on me where I can't see you anymore, Lauren.
And that may happen, a reduction of calories and the lifestyle, it does cause to losing weight. So
Yeah,
I can't make any promises on that.
right. Now you do lose a lot more weight. Are you going to focus on gaining it back when you're done, or are you going to keep it off?
Awesome question. So my goal is to lose the weight, maintain it, and introduce maybe some more variety. Foods like, the chickpeas, the lentils, the kale, or excuse me, quinoa. But I want to sprout those when I do it. I want to keep it fully raw, but introduce more variety and build my body up at that point, maintaining the weight, but build my body up with a variety of nutrition.
Mm-hmm. And then you work out too, so you're probably gonna maybe gain a little bit of weight with muscle.
Exactly. Yeah, it won't be drastic, but I may gain maybe in the range of 5 to 7 pounds. But my goal has always been to get to like 220 pounds and then kind of like stay in that range. I mean, I'm 6'3", so I'm tall. And most people say I'm good at the weight I am now. But for me, it's just I want to reach my goal. And once I reach it, I'll be happy more or less.
You're very muscular, from what
Yes.
I see. So
Mhm.
it's like you've melted a lot of fat. Not that I know what your body, well, I do know what your body looked like before by the pictures, but you know what I mean? Like it looks like
Mhm.
lost a lot of body fat, not just weight, but body fat.
Mhm. Correct. Yeah, a lot of body fat reduction. I haven't done a DEXA scan or really found the exact ratio of how much fat loss, but definitely I've lost a lot of fat.
Yeah, that's great. This is encouraging. This is so inspiring. I gotta get it together. I mean, like I'm an 80/20. Okay. I'm like
Mhm, mhm.
80% like in Whole Foods and then
Yes.
I say 15 to 20% treats and stuff. And I don't mind allowing myself that stuff, but what
Mhm.
happens is some days it might be a little bit more than it should be, which puts me in a surplus, which aka I'm eating more than I'm burning, therefore resulting in
Weight gain.
so
Yes.
I just have to just get it in control and I know what to do. I don't know, off the hook sometimes, but I'm gonna get it together because I'm about to be snatched like you.
I love it.
So, like, are you just eating whole fruits or are you doing it in smoothies too? Are you doing it in nice cream? Do you ever make nice cream? Like,
I've done it before. I don't really make nice cream. I do whatever's simplest for now. So I'm pretty busy most of the time with my primary job and other things. So I tend to just eat the fruit whole. Initially, I would blend it up, make smoothies and stuff. I did that for so long that I kind of just said, I'm tired of doing that for now. Let me just try something else. And so I basically eat the whole fruit.
has your appetite decreased? Do you feel like do you get hungry a lot? Like, or has your stomach shrunk from doing all the 30-day fruit fast that you're not as hungry as you normally would be?
I would say appetite's probably the same. I wouldn't say my stomach has shrunk because I'm still eating quite a bit now. I'm thinking about what I recorded when I put it up online the other day. Like I said, I had about 10 or 12 mandarins for breakfast. Throughout the day, I had probably 10 bananas, several apples, maybe 4 cups of frozen berries. So as far as volume is concerned, I'm eating a lot. And I'm really doing that intuitively, kind of how I feel. When I just want something, I work from home a lot. So I just go downstairs and go in the refrigerator or go in the fruit pantry and get what I want. So I would say stomach size and stuff, probably the same. And appetite is probably the same as well.
Do you know about how many calories you're eating, or you don't?
I don't honestly. It just when I eat pretty much all raw, I just make sure I'm eating as much as my body feel like it needs. When I was doing more like the high raw, I would actually weigh and measure my food just to make sure because I would find that on certain foods like chickpeas and stuff like that, I can overdo it and then kind of go away from my goals of like losing weight or maintaining weight. So I would essentially do the research and I would get on MyFitnessPal and plug in all my calories and make sure my macronutrients range was in line with my physical goals. At the time, it was building muscle. And so at the time, I was eating about 60% carbohydrates, 20% proteins, and 20% fats. And I was eating around maybe 2,400 calories. But on this high raw lifestyle, or excuse me, fully raw lifestyle, I just eat as much as my body tells me to. And I feel great. And I'm still able to achieve the same look physically and thrive. So I'm enjoying it.
That's awesome. I love this. I love this for you. Um, so okay, now because you're into heavy lifting and all that kind of stuff, are you concerned about how much protein. Now I know there's protein in everything, and I know there's protein even in fruits and stuff, but are you trying to worry about how much you're getting per day on protein, or you ain't tripping off of that?
I ain't really tripping off of it, to be honest with you. I mean, initially coming from the bodybuilding background, they'd always say you need about 1 gram of protein per body weight. And that's all I really knew growing up. And then once I did some research into what other vegans do for their proteins and their protein ratios, that's when I realized I didn't need as much protein. And so honestly, now I don't really weigh or measure it. I just kind of eat what I want in variety, in abundance. And I feel like I'm thriving. One of the parallels between eating the meat and eating this plant-based when I work out is after I work out, I don't feel like my body is as sore. It recovers a lot quicker. And so now I don't worry about the protein intake. I just make sure I'm getting kind of a variety when I eat that way, just to make sure I'm getting covering all my nutritional needs.
That's amazing. So how much are you spending per week on your fruit? And then do you take supplements like vitamins and minerals and things like that?
Yeah, so for vitamins, I'm taking a multivitamin for men's. I'm taking 5 grams of creatine a day. I'm taking B12, D3, and then a sea moss capsule. Also take organic plant-based protein powder when I drink smoothies. It's been a while since I've drank it, but that's a supplement I do use. As far as cost of food, you know, my wife does most of the grocery shopping, so I don't really have a good idea of how much I'm spending, but I know I'm buying a lot of bags of mandarins. I mean, like 5 or 6 at a time, and they don't last long.
Yeah.
3-pound bags. Yeah, I don't know. I think we spend like every 2 weeks, maybe $300 or $400 on food. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that expensive in general. And I think that expense will offset any kind of, we'll say, medications or any kind of negative health effects you have later on. So if you're investing into your health with nutrition now, I think it'll pay off in the long run if it is expensive.
Yeah. And you said every 2 weeks, 300 to 400, and that's for you, your wife, and your
Kids.
2 kids.
Yep. They're young, 4 and 2.
Oh, bless your hearts. I saw a picture of your family. You guys are so cute.
Thank you.
Y'all look like the Huxtables.
Minus the kids.
So okay, this is awesome. Okay, so talk about the 90-day some more. Talk about the group. Like, everybody is on Facebook. Is this through your Facebook?
Yeah. So the group is called Leap Life Transformations Vegan and Fitness Accountability Group. And so this group, I developed it because early when I started this plant-based lifestyle, I had jumped in some other groups, and I was so inspired and so motivated from just participating, engaging, seeing other people's success stories, seeing people's failures. You learn a lot from being a part of these groups. So this is my way of giving back to other people who are looking to adopt a sustainable lifestyle. And so within my group, we have a lot of recipes being developed, a lot of motivation and education behind nutrition. We also have challenges to help people live up their lifestyle to a healthier lifestyle. And so, but really what it comes down to, this group is really about accountability. I really benefited from accountability from being a part of these other groups. And so I bring a lot of accountability to this group for, like I said, people who are looking to adopt this lifestyle and work to be sustainable for a long time.
That's amazing. Yeah, accountability is a make or break. Like, it totally help. No, not a make or break. Forget what I said. Accountability is just really needed. Like,
yes.
when you're on a mission, it's so helpful when you have others that are on the same mission as you to check in with each other and just really help each other, encourage each other to stick to whatever it is that your goal is. So that's amazing.
Definitely.
It's amazing. How many people do you know about how many people are involved in your group?
Yeah, currently we have about 34 members, and 34, and the age ranges from anywhere from young to old, different experience levels. And so it's a very diverse group, a lot of experienced people who can really pour into people who are looking to adopt a sustainable lifestyle. And it's been a really great endeavor.
Is this a private group, or is this like it's private?
Yeah, it's a private group.
Okay, so people have to pay to be in it, or?
Yeah, actually, they do have to pay for it. It's a subscription month to month, but right now we're having 75% discount for new founding members. It's really only $7.49 a month. So if you're looking to be a part of a great community, now is a good time to jump in and level up your commitment to health.
Yeah, you guys go jump in. It's only $7 a month. 7 means so when you're not doing these challenges and stuff, you said you don't really eat junk food. Like, do you ever eat chips or cookies or vegan cakes or vegan cookie donuts or vegan
I,
pizzas and stuff?
I don't, just because usually these are out at restaurants and stuff, and it's just how they prepare it. That's the reason why I don't eat it, because a lot of times it's salt and sugars and oils. And for me, I know that the salts and the sugars, they'll send signals to your brain that make you want to keep on eating these foods. And for me, in the past, when I've eaten foods out in the street at restaurants, whether it be vegan or not, it would become almost like a drug to me. And so I rather not put myself in situations where if I partake of this, it's going to take me down a slippery slope, and it's going to cause me to regress and maybe not be as healthy or gain weight, because it's super easy to go backwards, but it's very hard to make progress and keep going forward. So I for myself, I tend not to eat those kind of foods just because I want to really keep my standards high as far as what I'm eating and continue to make progress.
Pat on your back.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing. That's like my dream. I want to take that 15 to 20% junk food I have. I want it to be a zero, Um, I'm a work in progress, One day maybe I'll be there, but I'm just not there yet. But overall, I do eat a very high percentage of my diet is very clean and whole foods, and you know, um, and I feel great when I'm just focusing on that 80% and when I'm just eating whole foods and stuff. And it's like when I eat that stuff, I feel gross after. So it's like, why do I keep doing it? Oh, because it tastes good.
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah.
But it's not worth it in the end, because it's like you feel bad and then you eat too much of
Hmm.
it.
Hmm.
Next thing you know, you're chunky.
I think the best thing to do is kind of make those things at home. The things you like out in the street, make them at home, but make them in a way that are going to be healthy. Like if I was going to make some of that stuff, I'd try to make like a raw pizza. I don't know all the ingredients, but I would try to eliminate all the salts and the oils and the sugars and things, and try to make it as whole food plant based as possible, so that I'm getting the same taste and the same, I guess, variety, but it'd be a little bit healthier and cleaner for me, so that I wouldn't regress and go backwards.
Thank you, Lawrence. He was speaking to me, y'all. Um, who is your biggest inspiration in the plant-based community? And then what is something that you want to leave everybody with today? Like any message you have, anything on your heart?
Yeah, great question. So I would say my number one inspiration in the vegan community was probably Dr. Sebi. When I was doing my research, he had talked about curing people with type 2 diabetes and other things. And so because I had type 2 diabetes at the time, I was just like, you know what? I need to do what this man tells me to do, because he seems to know what he's talking about. He has a huge following. It can't hurt me. Let me just try it. So, like I said, I took all his methods and reversed my type 2 diabetes. So he was a huge inspiration to me. And as far as like words of advice or encouragement to your guests, I would just say, just start. You know, you don't have to be perfect in this lifestyle, but what you have to do is get started. And I would say, really start with your research, like I did. Figure out what's healthy for you and what's not healthy for you. Because when it comes to stuff like vegan, there's unhealthy junk food, and there's also whole food, plant-based food, which is really nourishing for you and will help sustain you for a lifetime. And that kind of food will really help you, get healthier, help you to thrive and be successful a lot more efficiently than eating like junk food per se. And then after you do your research, I'd say to start implementing that research into your daily food. I would say be really intentional about what you're eating. Some people go slower, some people go faster, but I'd say just jump in head first, because I think you're going to get the most success when you jump in. And then also, I think what's very important is having a like-minded community. Go to a community where there's people who are experienced, people who've been in this lifestyle for a while, people who can kind of hold your hand through the process to help level up your commitment to this lifestyle. And I think if you do those culmination of things, that's really going to help you be successful in a short period of time and thrive, make this sustainable for a long time, which that's the whole point of this, is to be healthy and maintain the lifestyle. Those are my tips.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that word. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
This is kind of going backwards, but again, congratulations on all your healing. That's amazing what food can do, or the lack of certain foods can do, by taking out animal products and things like that. And it's also amazing that you healed the diabetes, because a lot of people will say, I can't eat vegan to heal my diabetes because of the sugar and stuff. But you were eating fruit and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
Healed.
Yes.
It is possible to heal diabetes eating vegan, which is a high carb diet.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Pudding, y'all. Proof is in the pudding. But anyway, I'm gonna have you send me all your links so everybody can follow you wherever you want them to follow you, because I know you're on YouTube. Wait, are you on YouTube?
Yep. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, pretty much all the big social media avenues, I'm on there.
Yes. So you guys make sure, I will be putting this in the description of this video. So make sure you go follow him on IG and TikTok. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel and go check out his Facebook page. That one is the one that costs money, but hey, your health is important, people. Would you rather pay $7 a month for this, or would you rather pay doctor bills? No. So you guys go check him out. Make sure you support him. Subscribe to my channel too if you like this kind of content. I also post, a lot of what I eat in a day and certain things like that. So check me out. Check me out on Instagram as well. I really enjoyed speaking with you today, Lawrence. Thank you so much. You're a big inspiration, and you about to blow up. Nah, everybody interview Lawrence. I was like, I'll ask him first. Don't be copying me. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But yeah, thank you so much. You're touching, what's the word I'm looking for? You're healing the nation. Okay. You're touching lives. So that's what this is all about. So thank you so much. And I will see you on the gram. God bless.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.